based system, GPU based systems are being run on WVD workloads. We have seen if you have any legacy apps which you want to run in an outdated operating system, you can run it on WVD. We will see those benefits in the coming slides, but another example is we all know that Windows Server 2008 and Windows 7 is out of support. Microsoft is not supplying security updates for them. They are fully supported to run on Microsoft Azure for next 3 years. And what's more important, the security updates for them are free. So these are the business use cases that you should evaluate WBD. And this can solve many problems for you, like provisioning laptops, having a centralized working locations, managing short-term employees, getting to work from anywhere, and run your specialized workloads. These are the few pillars which we can call them as a features why WBD is giving a compelling value. So we divide it into three pillars. One, we get best user experience. So you will see that working on WBD is as good as you're working on your Windows 10 desktop in your office. So there is no difference. Security is paramount in this. We'll see what kind of security we will get. Management is very simple. So you don't have to run a VDI environment, which we all know is a complex to set up and is capex heavy. And this all is backed by Microsoft Azure, which is a great platform, cloud platform from Microsoft. There are superior economics because of multi-session we talked about, and there's a very strong partner ecosystem around it for you to run your apps and do integrations. Okay, so why we are calling it as a best virtualized experience? So you can connect from any device, from your iPad, you have any browser, from your phone. There are apps available for Windows, there are apps available for Mac, and you just connect to your Windows virtual desktop, integrated with your domain login if you have one, and you have a username password, you log in and you get into the system. So it is very simple, and it is running on a containerized user profile technology. So on the back end, every user will get a profile which is saved in a container. So it gives you a lot of performance. Office 365, I said, works real fine with the WVD. Teams announcement. So we all are using Teams now a lot nowadays. So it supports Teams fully. So you don't have to worry about that I'm working remotely. There'll be lag in video. How will audio work? So it is giving you a very good end user experience, as good as you're working on your desktops. And it really works well on low bandwidths as well. You don't need to have a very huge bandwidth to work on WVD. Security is enhanced. So you can, if you are using Office 365 already, or you know about Azure AD, or you use your domain, you can use the security services such as MFA and conditional access, if you know about, very easily with WVD. Just a matter of enabling those services and consume them. Attack surface is reduced, so it works on a reverse connect technology. Your desktops are not published to internet. Now you will see how will I connect if it is not published to internet. So it uses a innovative technology is called reverse connect. So all the WVD connections first go to the Microsoft data center. It is scanned for security there, and on the back fiber or the black network on Microsoft, it connects back to your WVD environment. So you don't have to open your ports to the external world. So your environment is fully secure. You can have role-based access control, and all user sessions are isolated. We talked about multi-session. It doesn't mean that all user profiles are mixed. Every user profile is isolated in a different disk. It's a very innovative solution in terms of security. Management is very simple. If you are publishing your desktops or you're publishing your apps, so in the previous word, we know that we can have VDI, so we can publish our desktops. We can also publish our apps using Citrix. Somebody else doing it using Citrix. Somebody is doing it using Microsoft or other technologies. With WVD, you can do both. If you don't want to publish the desktop, you can also publish a particular app. You don't have to do anything separate for that. You can create different groups of pools for different business units. We have seen customers creating a different pool for their contact centers because it will require certain configuration. A different pool for design team because it will require GPU based machine. A different pool for accounting. So the management is very simple. Deployment is automated. with click of a button, you can create those pools, you can update them. DR, if you want to implement DR for your desktop, it's very easy. Troubleshooting is very straightforward. So it's a very easy to manage solution. Built on Azure, so we all know about Azure. So Azure is a leading cloud platform. It is actually using Azure power on the backend. So Azure, we know that there are core services, compute, storage, networking, serverless, platform as a service solutions, containers. So it use all those technologies in the backend, and it is spread across the globe. Security wise, Microsoft spends trillion and billions of dollars on security to keep this environment secure. So the WVD environment which you are running, you are not running in any small data center. You are running it on Microsoft Azure, which is one of the leading, most secure, most compliant cloud as on date. Okay, so cost savings. WVD is, I'm really a fan of WVD in terms of cost savings. We issue laptops to the people. Nowadays, we have seen during the pandemic, laptop rents going so high. And if you're doing your own machine, then you need to do capex. With WVD, you really achieve a lot of cost savings. So how you do that? One is multi-session. As I said, we'll see some examples in the coming slides. I can have a one machine, 4-core 16 machine, 4-core 16 GB machine, and share it with the 8 users. Now think of cost savings you will get. And it is flexible. You can provision it quickly, and it is all OPEX. It's pay as you go. So when you are using it, you pay for it. When you are not using it, you don't pay for it. So there are a lot of savings around it. Licensing, if you are using Microsoft 365, there are some licenses which are already involved in WVD. If you are having a VDI environment on premises, you all know you have to buy remote desktop CALs. You don't have to buy those costly CALs with WVD. You can get Windows 10 environment instead of giving them Windows Server machines, so that user also gets the same experience and your cost is also reduced. So as I mentioned about, if you want to run Windows 7, you might have some applications that are not supporting Windows 10 and you have to run Windows 7 and you are struggling that, okay, how will you manage the security? So with Microsoft, you can buy the security updates for Windows 7. So that's additional cost. But when you do it on WVD, you don't have to do that. So that's another cost saving. So it's a huge cost saving we get. Obviously, you don't have to manage servers. You don't have to manage remote desktop servers, Citrix servers, VDI servers. Everything is fully managed. So there's a lot of cost saving when you go with WVD. Okay, we'll dive a little deeper now what we just talked about. So when we say best experience, so the UI is very, very optimized. So you have a single client and it works on Mac. You have a client on Windows. I said you want to connect via iOS, you can do that. You can connect via HTML file. You have an Android machine. Very soon we are going to have a client on Linux also. And when you connect on Windows or from a Mac, you will not even see there is a difference. You will actually see you are working on your local machine. So it's a great experience. You will use Windows just like as you use your own desktop. There will be start menu, taskbar. You can do alt tab. You can switch. There are industries where you need multiple monitors. That's also supported. You can connect up to 16 monitors. All those things are there. Integration with accessibility tools. So JAWS is a software which allows vision impaired individuals to work. That thing is also supported on WVD. So, and there are a lot of third-party extensions which you can integrate. It's all of this gives you a great user experience. Okay, so this is a favorite part. So containerized user profile. So we all have seen in the past, when you log into a desktop, a remote desktop, a user profile folder is created. And those user profiles stay there. In this case, it's a very innovative solution. All user profiles, all user data is stored in a VHD container. What is the benefit? It is extremely fast. When you log in, you don't have to log in your profile. It's a VHD which gets attached automatically to your virtual machine, and user is logged in. And all content is unique. All user profiles are separate in terms of security and experience also. And Office 365, your OST, your Outlook files, your OneDrive, your Teams, everything works within this VHD. So it's a very innovative solution and it really improves the user experience. Security, we'll talk more about security now. So just an example, if you do the same thing in your office, or you already have that, and then you need to do a lot of security components. So I have seen that very common requirement. This user doesn't belong to my office. He comes and plugs in here in my laptop and he can access my environment. So for that, people used to install NPS, network security. You have to do RD gateway. You need to do load balancers. Then you need to, do a lot of tools. So you don't have to do anything like that with WVD. As I said that Azure AD is there, you can utilize Azure AD capabilities, MFA. So everybody will log in, they will be challenged with a second factor authentication, which can be a code going to their phone. It can be an authenticator app they can install. So you have that peace of mind that, people who are accessing my environment, they are the people who are supposed to be. Then we have conditional access. You can also define a conditional access policy that this will work from a particular IP, or you will say, okay, I don't want to rent laptops. I want to use WVD, but I'll provide my own laptops. You can also say that, okay, WVD will work only from this device. So this is called conditional access. And again, there's Microsoft invest billion trillions of dollars in security. So you get to see what is happening, who is logging in, a lot of data is available for you. So it's so easy in terms of security. Again, we talked about reverse connect technology. If you will install or set up this environment in your office, you will have to open external ports. You definitely can have a firewall, but you are still opening the ports, right? In case of WVD, your servers, your virtual machines, your apps, they are not accessible to the external world because we use reverse connect technology. All sessions from outside will first go to the Microsoft environment. They are responsible for security, DDoS, scanning, and then they will pass on these connections to your VMs. So your VMs are not published on internet. What it does, it actually really reduces the attack surface. And you don't have to do the monitoring, what traffic is coming, how will I control it, because there is no connection from outside. So that really improves security. This is RBAC. So again, everybody knows that nowadays it's very popular. So you can define role-based access control. If you're a big organization, you can give different role to different people. So somebody who is already doing troubleshooting, somebody will only do manage apps. But if you do it on-prem, you definitely have to have some limitations. You will have a single admin who will manage everything. That really gives you a granular control. This improves security. So we talked about the multi-session. So WVD gives you both the options. You can go with single session. Multi-session is something which is very popular and it gives you a lot of value in terms of cost. But again, just to show you here, all user data is segregated. So we talked about VHD concept. If I log in on the same machine, I have a different VHD. My colleague logs in, he has a different VHD. So it's as good as different VMs. So that's also a security benefit that all user sessions are isolated. Okay, let's talk about management now. So yeah, so we touched upon it a little bit that if you are doing this remote app and desktop both, so you have to build two environments in your office. One environment where you will build VDI, you will publish your desktops. Then you have a separate environment where you will publish your apps, remote desktop apps, RD web, Citrix, whatever technology you want to use. With WVD, you have a single environment, and the same environment you publish app, on the same environment you publish remote app. So what it does, you have a less environment to manage, less effort, less cost, and more secure. Management tools are readily available. If you do the deployment in your office or you already have one, we all need a many tools. You will have a monitoring tool separate. You will have a security tool separate. You will have an antivirus separate. Then you will do DR, backup, all those things. So you don't have to worry about all those things when you go for WVD. You just provision, it's a managed service, backups, DR, all those things can be very easily done with WVD within the cloud. You can manage your updates very easily. You can have multiple type of scenarios. You can have DR. It can very easily be done with a lot of tools already available on cloud. It really simplifies your management. Troubleshooting, again, it's very difficult when you implement this technology on your environment. There are a lot of logs. Again, you have to do a lot of logs monitoring. You have to go through the logs. WVD provides you the management portals. It will provide you the dashboards. It will provide you the reports. So you'll just go in and you will see, okay, I'm getting this error. You don't have to go and look into the event viewers. You will have a lot of signals. Microsoft already keeps on scanning your environment, and it will report you if there are any issues, if there are any security issues, performance issues, or any other issues. It's very easy to solve. So it really saves you time. It's very easy and simplified troubleshooting when you go with WVD. Third-party service integration, as I said that again, we all know how difficult are third-party integrations when you talk about your office environment. You will have to install a lot of softwares, then you have to have consultants from their software, you will install them, open firewall ports, give them permission on AD. With WVD, the APIs are published, and there are a lot of companies already there in the marketplace, and you can easily integrate them with your WVD, whatever software you want to use. So it really gives you a very simplified management when it comes to WVD. So we talked about Azure again. We know that it runs on a scalable global cloud, and the partner ecosystem is huge. You have VMware there, your Citrix there, NetApp there. If you want to enhance your WVD with other tools, you don't have to worry about. Everything is there. You just consume it. Okay, so we were talking about costs, right? So as I said that multi-session gives you more cost savings. How? If you have one user working on a one machine, you are dedicating the resources to them. It's simple concept of sharing the resources. So we have seen cost saving as much as 85%. If you talk about our competition, if you go know about AWS workspaces, you buy a single machine, you will pay $40 a month. With sharing Windows 10 machine with WVD, which only WVD supports, you can bring down your cost to as low as $7. It can come down to as low as, obviously it depends upon scenario to scenario, but you can really share the compute resources and take full utilization. So as if you're spending $3 on three different machines, you can combine all three users in a single machine and save 30% of the cost. So it can start as low as that. You can really start one CPU 2 GB machine. You can start as at $15 per user per month. So the cost wise, it is really optimized when it comes to multi-session, and there is no problem. We've seen that sessions are different, data is isolated. You can scale up, scale down. We have done deployments. I've seen 400 users running on 50 machines. And those people are doing banking there. Those people are running contact centers, accounts, running Outlook. It really works. We all know that if I give a user, two core 8 GB machine, is it going to use all that core? No. CPU is the least utilized hardware. What if I give a machine which is 4 core 32 GB and give it to 8 users? It really saves money. Another example, if you do it on-prem, so there's an example with on-prem, you obviously will size it for peak usage, right? On the cloud, it's not like cloud, you can scale, you can bring up new machine in minutes. But in case of on-prem, you will actually have to size for the peak usage. If you have 100 users, concurrent user, you will size for 150, you will buy more hardware. There are a lot of capex involved. With WVD, you will actually pay for the actual usage. So we have set up policies that in the morning, one system will come up. First 7 users logs in, one system is running. 8th user logs in, automatically new system is started. Then again 7 user logs in, another system is started. So you only pay for the actual usage. And when users are gone in the night, you can shut down the machines. Pure pay as you go. So really gives you a lot of cost savings. And you can further optimize it with things like reserving resources on cloud. So it's really beneficial solution. Okay, so again, it's OPEX, it's not CAPEX. So if you do it on-prem, you have to invest a lot of hardware, you have to buy softwares, you have to pay a lot of money. In case of WVD, or these are generic cloud benefits actually. So you only pay as you go. So you only pay for monthly. We have seen in pandemic, the people who are using this solution, they were using 100 machines running 800 users. Now the pandemic is getting over, people are coming to office, but you know what this pandemic has done? There will be a flexible work culture. So we have seen still people are running from home. So they have reduced their capacity and their bills are reduced. So in case you are doing it on-prem, you would have invested crores and then all those things are lying idle. With cloud, they just simply reduce the number of machine and their cost reduced. Another thing I have seen, I suggest people is also you can utilize it as your BCP scenario. You if there are any future, we have seen when this pandemic hit us, a lot of companies were not ready. They have to run, they lost a lot of time, a lot of productivity. You can have this environment up and running in cloud for your BCP also, and obviously support your other benefits which we talked about are already there. Support your remote employees, you have centralized security, so there are endless benefit and use cases when it comes to WVD, that too in a very, very affordable cost. Again, let's talk about the licenses a little bit. So if you have on-prem environment, you will also buy load balancers, you will invest in licenses. With WVD, you don't have to do anything. It's all running, management is there, monitoring is there, licenses are included in some of the Microsoft 365 subscriptions if you already have. Otherwise, you can simply buy a Windows E3 subscription with as low as 400, 500 rupees per month, whatever, and you can just keep using it rather than investing in huge CALs, firewalls. You just connect from anywhere. So it really gives you benefit in terms of licensing also. You don't have to license servers. You don't have to license CALs. Everything is included in WVD. This is what I was talking about. So RDS CAL. So we all know RDS CAL, very popular, right? So and they're very costly. We all know that. If you buy an RDS CAL, instead of that, you can buy simple. If you have M365, you already get rights to run WVD in the cloud in some of the plans. If you have like E3, but even if you don't have that, you can just simply buy Windows 10 E3 subscription, which is like 30 to 40% cheaper than actually running RDS CALs. So it gives you a lot of savings. So just an example is that there's $17 saving in terms of one-to-one licensing when it comes to RDS CAL versus Windows E3 subscription. So it's very cost effective. And if you have Microsoft 365 license, then really it really becomes, you already have those licenses actually, and you can simply switch to WVD. We talked about ESU. So ESU, what is ESU? So ESU is extended security updates. Windows 7 out of date now. No security patches are coming since January. So there's a risk of running Windows 7 in your environment. But again, we all know, right? We are running legacy applications, which it's not easy to upgrade. And also there's a lot of cost involved. So companies want to continue running Windows 7, but still want to be secure, can utilize WVD. If you're doing it on-prem, you have to pay for the ESU every year. So you can get it for 3 years and you pay. But if you switch to WVD, move your legacy workloads there, move your Windows 7 there, Windows Server 2008 to Azure or WVD, and you can save a lot of money. And also leave your worry about security. Okay, so what is the architecture like? So we basically divide WVD architecture into three big pieces. So as we always say that cloud is a shared responsibility. It's not that if you move to the cloud, everything will be done by cloud vendor. But yes, there's a lot of things which will be done by cloud vendor. Okay. So when we talk about WVD, we have three big pieces. Clients. So you will have your clients. You can do BYOD obviously, wherein you can say people, okay, you use your own desktop. You can have your own desktop laptops given to them. You can have phones, Android, HTML, web browser, Mac, whichever client you use. That will be managed by you or the partner. But the RDS core infra is managed by Microsoft. So that's where the security and major cost saving removal of management comes in. Publishing of desktops, which is done by Gateway, Web Access, the diagnostic, the brokering, the containers, database, everything is managed by Microsoft. So a big piece goes away from you, right? So you don't have to worry about the management of the core infra. Instead, you focus on your work. Then comes the apps. So the desktops which we'll deploy, or the apps which will be deployed will be managed by customer, because you would know. So we will create an image for you which is running the software which you need. So it's a customer or partner managed. So we are the enabler for cloud. So we enable our customers to run those services and we manage it for them as well. So we can help you here. You will have your desktop image, standard image created with your software that will be managed by you. Apps are managed by you, obviously. Active Directory, if you have your own data center, we can connect WVD with your data center securely over a VPN connection. That will be managed by you or us. And the file server. So as I said that all user profiles will be saved in VHDs, so which is powered by a technology called FS Logics, which is a very innovative technology. It actually takes away all the problems, remote desktop issues, VDI issues which used to be there, like performance, running Outlook there, doing video calls, running graphic intensive uploads. So FS Logics also will be managed by us. Basically, we need to create, you can call it as a file profile server. We can keep it in managed file services provided by the cloud, or we can set up a file server wherein we can keep all these profiles. Think of them as roaming profiles, but much more advanced using the container technologies. So these are the three big pieces of WVD architecture. Okay, so I have kept this presentation very crisp and with just an overview. Obviously, we can do a follow up and answer your questions and tell you more about, do a demo for you. But Microsoft is really committed in WVD as a platform because there's a lot of traction, and we are very convinced that there are really very many use cases for this. So there is a broad availability. You can use WVD in any Microsoft region. Microsoft is investing a lot of money, licensing is getting optimized, new features are coming in every day. So there are a lot of investment and commitment from Microsoft in this service. So it will keep on improving is what we are trying to say. Just to tell you about compliance, so we all worry about security and compliance when it comes to cloud. As I told you that we have onboarded financial institutions, banks, insurance companies onto the cloud. Why? Because they have all the security and compliance certifications, which if we try to do ourselves in our data center, very costly, very complex, and takes a lot of effort. So if you have a PCI certification, it's available, ISO, it is certified by India government, MEITY, HIPAA if you are a healthcare provider. So your infra is certified. You don't have to worry about it. So that's what where WVD actually runs. Okay, so how can we help you? This is the journey which we started now. So you have taken out time. We're just given you a brief. If you think this service can add value to your business, which I'm sure it will in one or the other way, we can start with a workshop. We can do a dedicated workshop for you. We can analyze your requirement. We can do some business case for you, work with you, plan, present to your environment management that what is the benefit you are going to get it out of it. That's what we will help you to do. A workshop to understand, creating a business case for you, doing a proof of concept for you so that you can actually see it in action. We have seen a lot of benefits in the slide, but you will actually get to know when you will see it in action. So we are committed to do that. And after that, obviously, if you think this is works for you after proof of concept, we can do an implementation. So that's what all about it. Thank you so much for taking your time. We'll now open for question and answer. Your mics will be enabled. So we request you to raise your hands or unmute yourself one by one. And please feel free to ask any questions you have. We have about 15 minutes. If you have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer it now. Thank you so much once again. Okay. Any questions? Any feedback? Anything else you wanted to see, which we can arrange in upcoming sessions, or we can connect one-to-one? You can also leave a message on the chat. Okay, we'll wait for a couple of minutes. If there are no questions, then I think we can close this. Okay, I think we're good. Once again, thank you so much for taking out time, and we really hope we'll connect with you offline and see if this is something you find of interest, and if we can do a workshop for you, or do a demo for you. So yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice day, nice week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.